Hi, and welcome to Sunday with Mike. On today's show, I'm going to cover streaming music fees, buyer beware, saving money at a place called Monoprice, and rentals from Guitar Center and other retail stores. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and join me. I'll be right back. So I've got my coffee and I hope you have yours. You know, a few months back, I thought it would be a great idea to sign up for Spotify, the streaming music service, and have access to their 20 million songs. My biggest concern was that they have a lot of explicit versions on their website, and they don't seem to really care or have a filter to remove those from your search selections. And since I primarily do weddings, this could be a real problem for me if I'm not really careful. Recently, I needed a song and I called up Spotify to play it, but I had to confirm that it was clean, even though it didn't say anything on it one way or the other. But it made me stop and ask myself for a moment just how many times over the last few months of paying Spotify $10 a month have I actually used the service to play a song at one of my events? And the answer was twice. 2 times, that's it. I work really hard for my money, and now I'm wondering, why am I letting Spotify take it from me so easily? I didn't have a great reason, except that I hadn't really thought about my actual needs per event. And since I have a regular subscription service that delivers most of today's hottest hits to my mailbox, this was just kind of a fill-in service for that off-the-wall request that someone may ask for. But as I said, I need clean edits 100% of the time. So when you consider the option to buy and download a song from iTunes or Amazon, etc., and actually own a copy of that song forever for $1.29, so in most cases, I could have actually saved money by not subscribing to Spotify and just buy the songs here and there whenever I occasionally need one. Plus, it's easier on these other services to make sure they are the clean edits. So if you're paying a monthly subscription fee to any streaming service at all, I want you to consider your options and make sure that you're getting the most bang for your hard-earned money. As for me, I canceled my Spotify premium account and I'm back to the free account that I can listen to in my leisure with a commercial here and there absolutely free. I'll be right back.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
I've been in many groups over the years, and often admins get dragged into sticky messes because someone bought something from someone else in the group and something now has gone wrong with the sale. Now all of a sudden it's a group problem and it lands in my lap or some of the other administrators' laps because we happen to be administrators. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's your problem. Just as if you had bought something from the newspaper, Craigslist, or any other place, it's not a group problem because something went wrong. You know, there's an old Latin phrase that's been around forever. I can't say it, so we're just going to put it on the slide here. Create emptor or something close to that. It means let the buyer beware. You have to be very careful in your business affairs, and that includes buying gear from other DJs or anybody else for that matter. But this really applies to the seller as well. If either party is less than honest, the deal can go bad in the blink of an eye. There's also another Latin phrase that warns the seller to beware. There are some certain steps that you can take to help protect yourself whether you are buying or selling. Start using Google and do a search for their name and or their company name. Do you see anything at all? Any concerns? If not, then maybe move on to Facebook and see if you have any mutual friends that can vouch for that person or business. If the deal is big enough, you can always run a credit check on them to make sure that there are no red flags anywhere. My point is simply this. Both the buyer and the seller need to be super cautious when buying and selling equipment. But if you get stuck with a bad deal, it's between you and the other party and nobody else unless it's a felony, and then you can get the law involved. Trying to shift the blame to the admins or the group will only make things worse. I highly suggest just using common sense, be very cautious when dealing with individuals, and remember that cash is king, but it doesn't give the buyer any protection. So use cashier's checks, money orders, or whatever else you need to do to protect yourself against fraud. And whatever you do, you should never accept a personal check from someone that you don't know really, really well. Over the years, I purchased some really cool items from a place called Monoprice. Their prices are very reasonable, and I highly recommend that you add them to your supplier list when you need specialty items. For example, I want to order a special power cable for a rare setup that I do every once in a while. I can put other cables combinations together to make it work, but I would really prefer to have one longer power cable. Monoprice to the rescue. Take this power cable, for example. It's 12 feet long and is 18 gauge speaker power cord. They have them in sizes from 12 inches through 25 feet. They also have different gauges depending on your length. On this page, you can see that they come in 14, 16, and 18 gauge. They carry projector mounts, TVs, HDMI cables, and other video cables, and tons of other specialty cables that might help you in your setup, all at very affordable prices. They also sell appliances and phone sync cables up to 10 feet long. This place is an amazing shopping experience. You need to go and check them out. So be sure to look at monoprice.com. Compare prices before you order from anywhere else, and I've had great success with them, and I'm sure that you will too. I'll be right back. You know, there are many rental centers around the United States, but I was pleasantly surprised to learn that when Guitar Center opened a store in our city, that it wasn't just another music store. After all, we had several other music stores and didn't need another just plain music store. Not to mention Best Buy, Walmart, and the other large, big retail stores. As I got to learn more about the store, I found out that they buy and sell equipment, and that includes DJ stuff, including speakers. They also rent speakers along with sound systems, musical instruments, guitar rentals, drum rentals, keyboard rentals, microphone rentals, effects, PA equipment, DJ equipment, and lighting gear. So this could be the difference between you getting your next big monster gig and not getting it at all because you didn't already own enough equipment to cover it, and it wasn't worth buying for a one-time event. What if you wanted to upgrade some of your equipment and you wanted to test out a few different subwoofers before making up your mind on which one to buy? I was surprised to learn just how much stuff they do rent out on a daily basis, and I wanted you to be aware of it too. So if you haven't explored all of the rental option places, all the different stores in your area that has stuff for rent, I want you to make a list of all of them near you and then take a day to go visit each one. This will give you a good idea of what's available and also, even more important, what the going rates are. This could make a huge difference the next time you need some extra equipment that is not already in your possession. So that's going to be my show for today. I'll be back next week with all new topics to help you and your business. I hope you'll be sure to share the show with some of your friends and give me your thoughts and comments down in the comment section down below. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up if we've taught you anything new at all. So until next Sunday, be safe and thanks for watching.